thrust, and you can get an idea of how to turn the aircraft on, basically just to take off roll. So at the slower speed you need more input from the rudders to stand at centre line. The control point isn't going on the ground, it's all just with your feet. So just put a big input to the right, just so you can sort of start to see how the momentum, how much input you do quite need to get yourself on the centre line. And effectively you're trying to, at slower speeds it doesn't work so well. Faster speeds it works quite effectively. What you're aiming for is to keep your centre line here, the white centre line, between your legs. So you think you're on the right hand side, you need to go to the right, you don't. You need to keep your centre line here directly between your legs. So I'd say, there you go, come right a bit. So you're going to start to take on power now, so you'll need less input, but you will still need to try and keep it on the centre line. Rotate speed, so I'll say rotate, so just pull back gently on the control column, aiming for sort of 50 degrees, look out the window, enjoy the view. Off the ground now, I'm going to take the gear up. Just keep the pull coming back to about 15 degrees, and then trim it out. Perfect. Somebody put clouds in it. I'll get rid of those in a minute. So 1,000 feet now, if you start to lower the nose down to 10 degrees, and just sort of trim it out until you're holding 10 degrees, and I'll start to clean the aircraft up as it starts to accelerate. You can perhaps see the speed is coming up. The 10 line in the green is where I can go to flaps 10 safely. Chosen altitude of 3,000 feet, so about 5 degrees is a good straight and level.
It's a typical English day.
3,000 feet, want to try and level off. So if you lower the nose now to about the 5 degree line, so you see that square at the top there is just resting above 12.5. So you want to push the nose, lower it so that your square box is on the 5 degree line, which you're just coming through 10 now, and you're going to keep coming down to about 5 degrees. Now finish with the flaps, and if you could maybe just do a little turn to the right.
How do we turn the clouds off?
We're going to take some power off, so step it down 240 knots, the nose will come down a little bit more. And if we could just do me a favour and go to, aircraft set on the right. Sorry, on the big screen touchscreen, go to airfield set, which is the second on the right.
Yep.
And if you can go to cloud base, where it says, cloud top, cloud base, you just change that to 40,000 feet, so 40,000. And then hit insert, or the INS key, and we can see again.
Hey.
So, another right turn, we're going to take us down onto an easterly heading.
This feels so real.
There's a reason why BA pilots don't have to fly the real aircraft before they go and fly on the line.
Yeah.
It is effectively real.
What was that?
I'm going to have to ask you another favour.
Okay.
You go to warnings and resets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. And hit, should be be able to cancel. Push that button again, sorry. And go to total reset at the bottom left. No, on the same, yeah, the orange one. Thank you. Yeah, we're good. So it's good to sort of play around with it, get a feel for it. Takes a power, so we sort of keep the speed back a little bit. So how does it feel? You feel like you're fighting it along, or does it feel quite comfortable? It's just like a Robinson, I suppose, is it? Just goes a little faster.
Captain Cross.
Input that it gives does sort of effectively make things difficult for you. I'll just deal with myself. Final stage of flaps.
Have a little play with the ailerons?
Yeah, it's all for getting comfortable with it.
Wow.
Just, you know, do a bit of a steeper turn, do a bit of a descent, you know, just to get the feel for it really. It's your day. And you can sort of just set up there. Basically going across the threshold, or rather we're going south, heading south, and if we're going to maybe do a left turn back onto, left turn onto 90 degrees, we'll end up back towards the runway, which is always a bonus if you're trying to do landing. And you might be able to see it now with some visuals if you keep the turn coming around to the left.
I take it that's the Atlantic or the Irish Channel?
Probably. Yeah, you get there pretty quick in Jumbo. So we're coming down from 7,500 feet now. So we want to aim for about 3,000 feet. So keep it coming down till you get to 3 on that. So not long from now, you should be able to see out your left-hand window a runway.
Should be level with it.
Level the wings. See here, we're just effectively down here. We're going to fly over it. So if we roll out to the right, we're going to aim for about 0 to 0. So where your gents line is here, the white line's going to line up. We're going to basically try and line up with the end of the runway. Keep the altitude coming down. We want it to be about 3,000 feet before we can even start the approach. If you do a bit more of a right turn, so we widen out, basically we want to do a downwind. At the moment we're kind of coming on the centre line, so you turn it, keep the right turn coming so that we're effectively positioned for a good downwind, and then we can do a left hand turn in for the lining up the centre line. So 1,000 feet to go to 3,000 feet. That's a little warning it gives you.
3,000 is set on.
3,000, yeah, and then when we get to that, probably aim for pull the nose up to about the 5-degree line. top right, the rear buttons, yeah, should be push that. Try them again, the maps, sorry. No, it doesn't have it. Okay, I don't think it has on this aircraft.
Okay.
Oh no, snap. Does it say snap take anywhere? No. Okay, so we're still coming down a little bit, so pitch the nose up a little bit. The speed's going to wash off, but we need to start slowing down for the approach anyway, so that's absolutely fine.
I can see buttons with severe fail on engines.
Yeah,
Perhaps I shouldn't press those.
That's basically to screw your mate up.
No, you're doing too well.
Exactly, it's not easy. Coming up here, we can see Canary Wharf, the Millennium Dome. So we've got 2,500 feet altitude now, so if you level off 2,500 feet, pull the nose up to about 5 degrees, that's 2.5, so keep it coming up, and you should hopefully level off. So here is your vertical speed indicator. So when that's at 0, you're effectively not going climbing or descending. That kind of helps out a little bit. The speed's going to wash off, so I'm going to start configuring this for the landing, if that's okay. How's it feel on the old control column? Okay? Needs a trim? Do you want me to do the tech? I control? Yeah, you're doing a pretty good job actually. You have control? So we're going to do another turn, basically to intercept the localizer now. In fact, if we do a normally have loop now, we'll take us back towards the runway.
Left turn, Clyde.
Left turn, Clyde. But watch your altitude, because we're getting quite low now, so we want to try and climb back up to 2,500 feet by pulling back on the control column, aiming for about 10 degrees for the climb. The speed is washing off because I'm letting it, because we want it to obviously be slower for the landing. Oh, absolutely, it's constant. It is constant. Put some power on now, because I've let it get a bit slow with the flaps out, so you'll probably feel that kick in a sec. Keep the toes going around, we're going to head about 310 for now. I'm going to take the gear down. Does that because I'm a little bit out of order. It's good to know only land without the gear.
Yeah.
So turn back to the right if you can, just so that we don't miss the runway. We want to basically follow this purple line towards the runway.
Over to your right a bit.
So right turn. In fact, I'll put the flight director on and see how that helps. What we're going to do is put the box there on the cross, and that's basically telling us which direction we want to go. Really good. And at some point you will be able to look out the window and see the runway. Honest. Honest.
Should be slightly to your left.
It's because I think it'd be easier if we were sort of a bit higher, so at the moment it's a bit difficult but you know you're on the right track because we're over Canary Wharf almost. And this, what we use in the air, the flight director, is basically the purple cross is where we want to be. The square that you are is where we basically.
So you want the square on the centre of the purple cross?
Yeah, don't move the cross to the box, move the box to the cross.
To the cross.
That's the top tip. So this will.
So that's perfect direction now.
Exactly.
Right, okay. Ah, well then green. Is that the runway then in front then?
Yeah, to the left.
There we go.
So you can visually look out the window if you want to, or I'll set the. So what we want to do is follow that. Look at them. We want to start descending now. So you push the nose down to about 3.5 degrees, and then do a left turn. So we're landing on the left runway. Can you see them out the window there? Shall I give you a break a sec? Do you want to get it trimmed out for you for the final approach? Happy with it. Stay out of control a sec. I'm just going to get us. So effectively, we're trying to land on the left-hand runway. So I'm pretty much perfectly lined up there, and we'll hit the. Go to 500 feet. Level us off, and when we get level with the glide path, it will tell us to descend. So at the moment it's telling us to descend, which I'll do. As you can see, we're pretty much, visually you can look at the window and say, yeah, I'm lined up in the centre line there. I imagine you do the same in a helicopter, do you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much, okay. So, I'll just get the speed right, get it trimmed out for you, and hand it back. So do you use VASIs in the helicopter?
Sorry?
Do you use VASIs or PAPIs at all to get an idea of the glide path? What they are is, to the left of the runway, there's 4 lights. And what we want to see is 2 reds and 2 whites on those lights. What we can see right now is probably about 4 reds, if you can see it at all, which tells us we're a little bit low. So all it is basically visually telling us where the path for the glide path is. Still a bit far out for it to work very well. So right. So the glide slope's coming in now. Can you see to the left there? The sort of red dots to the left?
Yeah.
Well, you can see there's a white one. It's basically 1 white and 3 reds at the moment. So now you're exactly on the right glide path. It gives you 2 whites and 2 reds. So we're pretty much on the right glide path now. So if you want to take control, you have control. It's all set up to land. I'll just put the speed brakes on. What you want to do is just keep it coming down with about that same pitch attitude. You want to keep it down more. It's going to tell you what to do. Push forward a little bit more. I'll take a bit of power off. If you look out the window, you just line it up with the runway basically. And you're probably going a little bit high, so you want to push forward a little bit more. And you'll start to see the lights to the left are all going white because you're going too high. So just to offset that, push forward a little bit. Just coming back now, you've got 3 whites, 1 red, so a little bit more of a push forward. Down a bit, perfectly line up with centre line. Now remember, once we get to the flare height, I'll just tell you to flare and pull back slightly. Once we touch down, you're steering with your feet. Don't worry about the brakes, I'll take care of them. Perfectly in line, you're doing a great job. Slightly high with 3 whites on red. You get 2 right, perfect, you're on the top. Pull back a little bit so you don't go too low.
Approaching minimums.
Yeah, whatever.
Minimums.
So slightly low now, so pull up a little bit, don't worry too much about it. We've got a bit of speed, so help us out. Probably pull back a little bit so we don't get too
500.
low. So now
Glide slope. Glide slope.
It doesn't really matter.
Glide slope.
Land a bit short. But if you pull up a little bit, we've got a bit of speed to lose anyway, and that'll give us a bit of extra gliding space.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
You can turn it off. I'll turn it off.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
Now it's off.
$100.
So when you get to 50, we're going to start to pull back, and we're effectively going to flare.
50.
So keep coming down.
40.
And flare.
30. 20.
We'll be flaring a little bit early because we're a bit flat there, so
10.
flare again. And there you go. A little bit of a bump. And we are down on the ground. Excellent. You've now landed. And now you landed the nose wheel. A 747.
Wow.
Remember to keep steering it, keep it on the centre line. So we come to a stop, we can put the park brakes on. Oh, I think that was a pretty damn good job of it first time around. You don't need to do another one.
Oh, that was pretty awesome.
So,
And now I'm going to show you how to land on the M25.
So, let's see.